How to find product opportunities using brand analytics. Now, why is this important and how can it make you money? Well, Amazon actually released brand analytics to the public a few years ago, and it was really quite surprising to see this level of data made available to everyone. Brand analytics shows you the top keywords on Amazon ranked by search frequency on a weekly, daily, or monthly basis. So for each of the top 3 keywords, it displays the 3 most clicked products along with the percentage of total clicks each product received. So even more useful, it actually also reveals which of those products had the most conversions, meaning the highest sales for that keyword. So if you actually have brand registry, you have access to this data. However, in Seller Central, analyzing it is very difficult, as many of you probably already know. You have to deal with these massive data sets and sometimes millions of keywords, download it into an Excel file, and then you have to run pivot tables to find any meaningful opportunities. I know a lot of us have actually tried to download the Excel files before there were any tools available, and it takes hours and hours just to download the files. So on top of that, it's really difficult to link the data that you get in brand analytics to Helium 10 data like search volume. So that makes this whole process a little bit more cumbersome. So that's why we created this amazing tool in Helium 10. When your Amazon Seller Central account is connected to Helium 10 and you have access to brand registry, you can access this tool, and it's called Black Box ABA top search terms, or Amazon Brand Analytics top search terms. And this tool actually allows you to set criteria and mix Helium 10 data with brand analytics data, making it so much easier for you to uncover valuable product opportunities without having to manually sift through all this massive amounts of data. So let's go ahead, and I'm going to show you how this tool can offer you some incredible insights and help you to find your next winning product. Okay, so the first thing that you want to do is you want to go into Helium 10, and then you're going to click on Tools, and then you're going to click on Black Box. Okay, so that's where this tool is going to live, and it's under the ABA Top Search Terms tab right here. There's a bunch of tabs in Black Box, so I want you to click on that one. And so what we're going to do down here is we're going to be able to filter through this brand analytics data. Now, you're going to search by week because this is actually released by week. So all of your data might be different based on the different weeks. So I'm just going to choose that random week. And then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do a minimum of 60 here. Now, this is the top 3 ASINs that have the total click share. So the top 3 products that have the most clicks. And I'm looking for products that have a minimum of 60% of all the clicks. And then I'm going to go over to this and say, I want to see they have a minimum of 60% of clicks, but they only have between 1 and 30% of the conversion share. Now, why would that be important for me to kind of look at? Well, basically, if a product's getting 60% of the click share, or maybe the top 3 products, then you would think, okay, they're getting 60% of the conversion share. Well, that's not always the case. So if they're not actually getting that much conversion share, or less than half of the clicks basically are just, going off to somewhere else, that shows you that there's some opportunity. Maybe these products are not, listed very well, and maybe you can beat the competition there. There could be some good opportunity to, maybe the product's not even found. So it's definitely a good way to take a look at this data. So then we're going to go ahead, and the next thing we're going to do is search for it. I'm going to do, with Helium 10 data, I'm going to do a minimum of 3,000, maximum of 8,000. And then a word count minimum of 2. Now, this is just because I want more longer tail keywords, not those kind of general keywords. I'm just going to go ahead and hit apply filters, and we'll see what we get here in the results. Okay, so we can take a look here. We've got some interesting things here. We've got the Northman, have no idea what that is. A straw cup. So it looks like a cup with a straw. Got a lot of makeup stuff. In here, I'm going to go to the next page here. Let's see what we can find. Pillowcase, a Blissy pillowcase. So let's take a look at what that is. A Blissy pillowcase. It looks like these silk pillowcases. So that could potentially be, a good product if you're able to, see that there's not as much competition there. Battery bulbs. So bulbs that have batteries in them, maybe, or something like that. That's very interesting. So that could be an interesting product as well. So as you can see here, there's definitely a lot of potential opportunity using these brand analytics terms. Now, this is going to vary week by week, but this is a great way to kind of find those products where maybe the top clicks, they're not really converting. So you can see why they're not converting. Maybe it's a listing, or maybe the product just doesn't even exist. A really great way to find some awesome potential product ideas.